What's happening, guys? We got UFC 327, Jiri versus Carlos Ulberg. And guys, this is an interesting one because I know a lot of people are probably gonna go, listen, Yuri's got a lot of fans, but I know a lot of people are trying to think, very logical, and they're probably thinking, oh, Ulberg's the more technical fighter, he's probably gonna go out there and win. And honestly, I do think this is going to be a good fight for however long it lasts, but I don't think it will go the distance. And obviously, I know a lot of people are rooting for Jiri Prochazka. So, as usual, we will be giving, I'll be giving my breakdown to, wait, I'm so confused. Didn't Joshua Van get added? Yeah, Joshua, obviously we're meant to have a co-main event which was meant to be Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira, but Joshua Van, I don't really know the ins and outs of what happened with him, but they've rescheduled that fight for I think it's UFC 328 Strickland. Bro, why has it got, hey, this fucking shit is so fucking retarded. Why are you going backwards? But anyways, yeah, it's been added to UFC 328, which is Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. So, at least with that card, we'll get to see some violence in the co-main before we potentially get a snooze fest, because Khamzat Chimaev might just, I don't know, that fight's going to be an interesting one as well. But yeah, we got Jiri Prochazka versus Carlos Ulberg at UFC 327. And guys, I just want to start off by saying, obviously, Carlos Ulberg, very good fighter, I'm not going to lie. The way he finished Dominic Reyes as well in his last fight, very, 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 very good finish. And Carlos Ulberg has only lost once. So, I know a lot of people he'll probably be a favorite in terms of odds. And obviously we have Jiri Prochazka, who has lost 5 times, twice to Alex Pereira. And he has 32 wins, so it's not actually a bad record for Jiri. Sorry guys, I've got to get my tea in because I've been a bit under the weather, so. That's fucking nice. Vanilla and peach tea, nigga. But yeah, we've got so this matchup is interesting because we've got someone who is very, very, very technical, and we've got another guy who is technical to a certain degree, but he's willing to put his life on the line in order to get a win. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I do feel as if when it comes to the light heavyweight division, the division is kind of dead. It's like the heavyweight division. And I just truly believe if there's no Alex Pereira in the light heavyweight division, I do think Jiri Prochazka is the guy that will reign supreme. I just think Jiri Prochazka causes enough chaos when he fights people that it just works for him. I don't think, listen, not a lot of people can deal with chaos. It's only the elite of the elite that can deal with chaos. And you see with Alex Pereira, the one thing he has that all of these guys don't have, as much as Alex Pereira is very, very technical, he has power. So you could see, like, even when he fought Jiri, he didn't really have to throw many shots. He just waits for the right time. He just waited for the right time and lands his shots. So, and this is what I don't think, like, look at Jiri versus Khalil. Khalil Roundtree was arguably winning that fight going into the 3rd round. And then the 3rd round, Jiri just said, fuck this. I'm going to put it on him. I'm going to go and do what I do best, which is chaos, creates chaos. And listen, it truly does work for him. So, you know, I just don't think anyone in that division has anything to offer that will deter Jiri from causing that chaos. And like I said, that's where Jiri thrives, man. So, you know, I know a lot of people, like I was having this conversation with my friend the other day. I know a lot of people are probably going to go with Carlos Ulberg. Like I said, he's probably a betting favourite in terms of odds. But honestly, I got to go with the way I personally see things. And I truly believe if there's not an Alex Pereira in the light heavyweight division, it's Jiri Prochazka. I don't see anyone beating him. Just with the amount, he's just a dog. Obviously, Alex Pereira is a dog, but he doesn't need to be a dog. He's got the touch of death. So, you know, like I said, that's what these other guys don't have. And you know what? Let me take a look at Carlos Ulberg's record. Let's see. Obviously, he's from Auckland, New Zealand. I'm sure he's from the same same gym as Izzy, City Kickboxing. But I'm sorry, bro. Just cause you're from the same gym as Izzy doesn't mean I'm gonna support you and want you to win, bro. Sorry, man. But he has in mixed martial arts, he has 8 knockouts, 1 submission, and 4 decisions. That's not bad. Not gonna lie, that's not bad. Wow. Hey, guys, I did not know that he lost to Kennedy Enz. Obviously, he's Nigerian, but he's Iba. I don't even know how to say this name. Kennedy Nzechukwu. Wow, you beat Carlos Ulberg at UFC 259. So that would have been, oh, wow. Wow. Hey, I'm not going to lie. Hey. Listen, I saw Carlos Ulberg against Jan Blachowicz. It wasn't convincing. Hey, listen, I don't give a shit what anyone says. I'm going with Jiri Prochazka to win that shit by knockout, bro. I think, oh, yeah. It's for the belt, innit? Yeah, Jiri's winning that shit. Jiri's winning that shit. I'm sorry, guys. I know Carlos Ulberg has never been finished. I'm going to even take off my glasses for this one so you guys can see my eyes. Mark my words. Jiri Prochazka is going to knock out Carlos Ulberg at UFC 327. I said it. Don't get me wrong. For however long it lasts, I do think there will be some competitiveness in certain parts of the fight. But I do think Jiri is just going to cause the chaos that he usually does and beat the fuck out of Carlos Ulberg. No Alex Pereira, no in that division, then Jiri Prochazka can thrive. Because, listen, if Alex Pereira was still in that division, he beats everyone. There's nothing Carlos Ulberg or any of these other guys have to offer. And it's so crazy that Israel Adesanya is the only person, in my opinion, that can actually stand with Alex Pereira and actually make it a very, very, very competitive fight. Because apart from Izzy, who has made it a competitive fight against Alex Pereira, like really competitive, like close fight. Do you know what I mean? Both guys hurting each other, whatever. But yeah, man, guys, I'm going with Jiri Prochazka, and I'm going to say a knockout. And listen, I wouldn't be surprised if Jiri starts a bit slow and then the third round he gets a knockout. But guys, I'm going Jiri Prochazka. I think he's going to put Carlos Berg. Man said Carlos Burger. Well, he's going to turn into a burger on that night because Jiri Prochazka is going to smash. So yeah, I'm picking Jiri. Oh, and that's another thing. Jiri can mix the takedowns as well. So, and in the fights that I've seen Carlos Ulberg in, he's not really had to wrestle. So I do think we will find out what he is. Listen, this fight, in my opinion, is Carlos Ulberg's biggest test, because I've just looked at his record. This is his biggest test since joining the UFC, and I think it's his biggest test in his mixed martial arts career, to be completely honest. So we're going to really find out a lot about Carlos Ulberg in this fight. But guys, I'm not going to lie, the fact that Kennedy Nzechukwu finished Carlos Ulberg does not give me a lot of hope, to be honest. So I'm going with Jiri Prochazka by knockout in the 3rd round. Because, boy, yeah, I was actually shocked to see that on Carlos Ulberg's record. But, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, and like and subscribe.